Are we back?
Yeah, Iggy just ripped the power cable out of the camera. Everything's okay. She was just so excited.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I have for everything. I'm going to do the theme song. Are you ready?
Yes.
Iggy, come sit up next to Eli. That's what she sounds like.
No, just let her...
Welcome back to the Pyramid Guys, Gals, and Non-Binary Pals. My name is Amanda, and I'm your host every single freaking week, except for the weeks that I'm freaking not.
And I'm Eli, the dipshit participation trophy of co-hosts. Dude, the look on her face...
She's torn.
...was insane.
She doesn't know whether Rachel's going to be upstairs watching Dancing with the Stars, because the new season starts tonight.
Sure.
And she's eating upstairs, and so...
Oh, she's always eating.
No.
One for
so
Eli.
True. So true, Queen.
We should keep score with how many jokes are good.
I'm sure she does. Excuse me. I mean this No,
I mean us.
And only
on the podcast.
We should keep score?
Yeah.
I thought you said I don't know if she keeps score.
No,
Rachel, in the best way possible, is the most receipt-keeping human being I've ever met in my life.
I believe that.
There's not one sin against her or those she loves that goes unnoticed and unable to be recalled.
And undocumented.
Rachel knows all of them. She knows everyone in my life that I love and hate. She knows their first name, last name, where they live, how we met. Like, it's awesome. She rides at dawn for the people she loves. And the people, she rides against the people she hates. You know
right,
what I mean?
Right.
It's awesome. Okay, you ready to talk about your pyramid of life, bruh?
Yeah, you betcha.
What's on the bottom of your pyramid, dude?
Getting caught in the rain. I was actually just thinking, yesterday, that it hasn't rained. I can't even tell you the last time it actually rained here.
Uh-huh.
Except for today.
Yeah.
And as I'm about to leave work, so we had a huge event at work that I'll talk about later, and we had to park like a quarter mile down the road at an empty lot and then get shuttled over so we had enough space for the volunteer group that was coming in.
Because it was more than 50.
Yes, exactly. It was like 80. Yeah.
I was being sincere. No,
Let's
now
go.
You don't get it anymore.
It's too late. That was a high five.
Whatever.
I thought I was... damn it. All right, 1-1. The score's 1-1. So
the one time I'm genuine, and Eli's
literally
like,
the one time.
999 million times Amanda's gone for a high five. She always flips me off. The one time that I was being sincere, you were anticipating what is the pattern.
Yes.
Fuck yourself.
Yeah, that's fair.
I was being sincere.
That was that time.
Anyway,
so we had like 80
50,
volunteers. Yeah, we had to park down there, and so we had to get shuttled back as we're standing outside waiting to get shuttled back.
Right.
Skies absolutely opened up, and it's just the worst.
Yeah.
I hate... if I have an umbrella, if I'm like prepared to be in the rain, I'm good. But if I'm not ready for it and it just happens...
Getting caught in it sucks.
Yeah, but I do like pina coladas, so...
Fair enough.
Yeah.
When I was walking out of my office today, I walk through our warehouse to leave every day, like when I get there and when I leave.
Do you guys have a when house too?
No. Or a what house. And some of the rolling like warehouse trailer doors were open, and I could smell the rain from the other side of the warehouse. I walked back and I was like, I know it was supposed to rain today.
Yeah.
Walked down and it was raining. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So also didn't know. My bottom of the pyramid team, I did not get Ariana Grande tickets.
Yeah.
All of her shows in all of her cities sold out.
Yeah.
But most of them sold out in the pre-sale. And the long and short of it is Austin was in line for tickets. He was 12,000th in line, which is pretty... That's like the shorter side of the line. Like there are people who were like 120,000th in the line for their arenas. And the closest arena she was going to be... What? The arena she was going to that was the closest to us was going to be and will be State Farm in Atlanta.
Okay.
And she like added a new show while we were standing in line. State Farm only holds 16,000 people. So like it's not a ton of tickets. It's not a ton of space. So anyway, we did not get them. Austin got in the stadium like to get the tickets and like picked them out. The cheapest one he could find, the very back of the nosebleeds at the top level, was $500 a piece. The front of the 300 level was $1,000. And he was like, the front of the nosebleeds.
You're right.
And he was like, I can't, like, no. And I was like, I also am not going to, like, just on principle, no fucking way, dude.
Yeah,
no
that's
fucking
crazy.
way. And any other, like, discount thing I have access to or, like, any other anything was even worse. So, and it's just like, and I know I'm really lucky. Like, I'm not about to sit here and complain about not getting to see one of my favorite artists when I have been lucky enough to see several others. But it is very frustrating to just like see in real life how much your favorite artist is willing to charge a fan. And I know that like part of that's Ticketmaster. I don't care. To be really honest, I actually don't care. At the end of the day, a regular person is being asked to pay over $1,000 for a ticket to see an artist. I don't care if it's Ticketmaster's fault. I don't care if it's Ariana Grande's fault. I don't care. I don't care if it's Taylor Swift's fault. I don't care. It just sucks in general. And I think when I'm supreme overlord of the universe and I get to make the rules, I'm going to say that if an average ticket to your concert costs more than $300, you have to film the concert and put it behind a much shorter paywall. Like, put it on Netflix or put it on YouTube or something. Because Beyonce does that. Ariana Grande does that. So it's like, if Taylor Swift did it, if y'all bitches are going to charge a literal band to go see you, people's rent payments to go see you, you should film it and put it up several months later.
I wonder if there's some way you could do, like, you could never do this, but like dynamic pricing. Like, if you're in like
there
the
is
top,
an option to do that.
If you're in like, well, I mean, if you're like in the top like 0.01% of listeners or whatever, you pay like the least amount because like you're the biggest fan.
I know that was also kind of pissing me off. Like, I was talking about it with Leah this last weekend, and she had a friend.
Shout out to Leah.
Who got tickets. I have one hair on my face. I can feel it. She had a friend who got tickets who doesn't really know all of her music, and a friend who's like a diehard, been listening to her since 2011 fan who didn't. And she was like, you don't even appreciate the thing you... Like, she made a joke that included a song title from her most recent album, and she didn't get it. She's like, oh, yeah, I haven't really listened to the new album. And Leah's friend was like, I'm gonna lay on the floor and cry.
Yeah.
Like, she's so important to me, and you don't even care. Like, so
Can I buy them from you?
Exactly. Anyway, that's about my pyramid.
That's
it
fair.
sucks, and I'm being a whiny little bitch baby about it, even though I've also seen Billie Eilish and Beyonce this last year. But I wanted to see Ariana Grande.
That'd have been the trifecta.
No, literally. That would have been all of my... That would have been my big three.
I'll put on a concert for you, and I'll do my best impression of what I think Ariana Grande
You better be
having
a ponytail on.
Girl, you already know.
You better. Okay. What's the middle of your pyramid?
Middle of my pyramid is Publix for an array of reasons. Firstly, God tier grocery store.
Correct.
They have the friendliest staff. It's the cleanest store that I've been to. I recognize that, like, maybe you're a Trader Joe's girly or Sprouts or whatever else. But as far as the grocery stores I've experienced, Publix top tier. They're the pub subs, the chicken tender pub sub, an elite sandwich. We got chicken tenders from Publix the other day, or at my brother's place. Anyway, they came in today to volunteer. They were so awesome. They gave us over $300,000 in money,
Moses.
which is I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but it's fine. It's on their tax record, so it's whatever. They gave us a shitload of money.
Nice.
They brought like 80 people to come and volunteer, including their literal CEO of the entire store chain. Yeah, came and volunteered. I got to meet him.
That's cool.
Yeah, he was nice. But all the volunteers, they were so great. They had such good energy. They were so helpful. It was a lot of fun. The issue was like the event today, the reason it's not like the top of the pyramid is because like it fucked my whole day up.
Yeah.
Like I didn't really get a lunch break because like the timing of when I was needed for them, then I had to like run a room, and I'm training an employee, so he couldn't do it, and blah, blah, blah. So like my day was extremely difficult because of it, but it was also really rewarding, and also hell yeah, Publix, let's go.
Hell yeah. They have
Kroger, if you're listening, you could also write us a check for $300,000. Oh, and Publix gives us a shitload of food for our grocery rescue program.
Yes.
Like hundreds of
Publix
thousands
is
of
really
pounds.
on that shit. Publix uses Royal Crown Bakeries like as a white label, and they have a bakery next door to my office, and sometimes they bring us leftover cupcakes.
Very cool.
Nice.
Also, what was cool is they were sorting grocery rescue food in the freezer, and we just keep a shitload of it back in our freezer or in the cooler. We keep a lot of it in the freezer and just like bring it out for any group or whatever. They got to like a lot of the food they were sorting was theirs.
Nice.
Which I thought was really cool. Yeah,
this is
like
our
this
shit.
is us.
Yeah, that's awesome. The middle of my pyramid is a book I just finished. It's a book called Martyr by an author whose name I'm not even going to try to pronounce because I'm going to sound like an idiot white person. He is an Iranian author, an Iranian American, and the book got like a shitload of praise. And it's like one of the reviews on the book says it's like reinventing what the novel is, which like, I don't know if it's worth all that. But I'm reading it for my book club, for my work book club, and the premise of the book club was going to be that we would all read each other's favorite books, but that fell apart like kind of quickly for the person whose month is coming up, whose month is September.
Do you remember?
So the book is good. The plot of the book is good. It's incredibly cerebral. It's incredibly like not reflexive. He pontificates and it's introspective. It's all this like heady bullshit. And sometimes I'm sure you do. Sometimes it's really good, and sometimes it's like he has moments that hit really well. And then there are times where I'm like, what are we doing? Like, this is not...
It's too much.
It's too much. And, like...
It's too much.
I don't know. There's just something just about his writing where every once in a while it gets to be kind of annoying. The main character has this coping mechanism where he imagines the people in his life talking to famous people. And so you'll get these interjections of, like, or famous people talking to each other, talking about the meaning of life. So there's one chapter in the book where Beethoven, the main character's unborn baby brother, is talking about the meaning of life to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the basketball player. And it's interesting. It's good text, but like, what? I don't know how much of all of this extra frilly bullshit is needed. I don't know.
Just based on that description, and obviously I haven't read the book, but based on that, it sounds like the author wants to, like, they're thinking, oh, I understand the mind of all of these famous people. Not only do I know a lot about them historically, but also I know what their minds are like, and I can have these hypothetical conversations between them, and they would know how to communicate with each other, and I know what's going on. Like, that sounds so...
Some of it's
so
good.
Arrogant.
There is a moment in the book that I like pulled this quote because I did want to read it. It does, as a trigger warning, the book does cover a lot of this idea of intentional living and intentionally not living, if you know what I mean. So the quote says, when asked about the difficulties of sculpture, Michelangelo said, "It is easy. You just chip away all the stone that isn't David. It's simple to cut things out of life. You cut it out, and the shape of what's actually killing you clarifies a little. The whole Abrahamic world invests itself in this promise: don't lie, don't cheat, don't fuck or steal or kill, and you'll be a good person. 8 of the 10 commandments are about what thou shalt not, but you can live a whole life of not doing any of that stuff and still avoid doing anything good. And that's the whole crisis. The rot at the root of everything. The belief that goodness is built on a constructed absence, not a doing. That belief corrupts everything and has anyone with any power sitting on their hands. I want to be the chisel, not the David. What can I make of being here, and what can I make of not?" So there's moments in the book that are really good, that are like, I think, posturing and posing really big, really interesting questions. And then there's some stuff where I'm like, all right, you're losing me a little bit. So I read it in like an academic way where I read it with my eyeballs. I highlighted, I tabbed. I have questions for the class, like when we come together to talk about the book. And it is good objectively, but it's tough.
Interesting.
And it's not that long either. It's like not even, it's like 330 something pages. It's like pretty quick.
That's a book.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but you would think that a book like that with all that like text would be like gigantic, and it's not. It's like
maybe
this, like airport read kind of thing.
Yeah, I feel you. I also think that there's a lot of intelligence in the ability to be concise.
Totally. Something I do not have. That is not a way in which my intelligence manifests, as I try to pick the same hair off my face for the 40th time. I can't find it. Anyway, what's the top of your pyramid, bro?
I accidentally closed out of it. I'm sorry. It was this past weekend. This past weekend was so dope. Patrick and Leah were in town. We got to hang out at Fat Bottom. Then we went out to the Centennial, and we got brunch, which was actually kind of mediocre. But getting brunch and walking around the Franklin factory with some of my best friends and family. It was freaking awesome.
It was a very slay weekend.
Yes.
Truly.
That's all I got. It was just super dope. Also, Patrick, shout out to Patrick and Leah. I love you guys. I love you too, Amanda.
I love you too. I was recanting this weekend to somebody at work. They're like, "Oh, what'd you get into this weekend?" Whatever. And I was talking about after fat. Is it bottom singular or bottom plural?
Fat bottom.
Singular.
Yes.
Okay. Talking about going to Fat Bottom with somebody that I work with. And I was like, yeah. And then I was like, oh, and also we went somewhere else after Fat Bottom. Totally forgot about, not like forgot because I like blacked out in the night. Last night was a movie. It wasn't that. I just think that like after we left Fat Bottom, it was you, me, and Patrick and Leah. And I was so like comfortable with what was happening that like the need to remember what I'm doing was like gone. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's really sweet.
Because like when I'm in situations with people I don't know, but there's pressure, like they're your family and like you and Patrick's like squad of people, like that's pressure on me.
Yeah.
And that makes me nervous. And so I'm hyper aware of like everything I'm doing in those situations. Like, am I being a freak? Am I talking about myself too much? What does this person do for work? What's this person's like special interest? Do I follow them on Instagram? Like I'm really, really hyper aware of all of that. And with Patrick and Leah, because I've seen them so many times, it was nice to not feel like that. Like me and Leah stood in the in the bathroom. It was a single seater bathroom. We both went in and just stood in there and talked.
Yeah, you guys were in there for fucking ever.
It was awesome. It was awesome. And I didn't think about that until the next morning when I saw your text to both of us saying, like, me and Patrick are outside. What's wrong? Like, what's going on? I was like, oh, it didn't even register to me that we were being freaks because I felt really comfortable.
Yeah.
You know
guys
what I
were
mean?
in there a while, but you're with Leah, so you're good.
We were giggling. I don't even remember what we were talking about, to be totally honest. I think we were talking about work. I've been going through some emotional things that it was good to talk to another woman about. So we were probably talking. I was probably like holding her up in the bathroom, being like, give me your opinion about what I'm doing in my life. But yeah, it was great.
And she's like happy to do it.
She's like, I don't fucking know what I'm doing either, girl. Yeah, it was great. That's not true. She's like way cooler than me. The top of my pyramid, I have started a rewatch of Parks and Recreation, the NBC sitcom.
I know. I walked in and did a little jig because the opening song was playing.
That show is so fucking funny.
It's great.
It's so fucking awesome. Like, I literally don't know how to describe it, but it's so, I don't know. It's just really good. Like, yes. The first time I watched that show was when it was like coming out on NBC, and I watched it with my sister. Weirdly, because my sister is not usually the one with the like heater comedy recs, but she was like, you should watch this, you'll think it's funny. And I remember there was
Parks and Recs, you mean?
There was one, it's the episode where Tom and Leslie go on a date because they got matched up on a dating website.
Oh yeah.
Neely was laughing so hard. We were laying on her bed when she was like home from college one weekend or something, watching the show. And she laughed so hard she rolled off the bed. She just went boom and like hit the floor, cracking up laughing at that episode. It's so good. I watched it a million times when I was in college. It's very much like one of my comfort shows. Sure. And my dad has started loving that show because my dad is such a freak. My dad works from home on Fridays. That's like his office policy. So everybody's remote on Fridays. And
I would kill for that.
Yeah. He turns on the TV while he works in his home office just to like have something on. And it used to be whatever the hell like oldies TV channel he would watch would run reruns of Seinfeld, which is my dad's favorite show of all time.
Sure.
And then they swapped it out for Parks and Rec. And so now every single Friday I get a text from my dad about something funny he saw in Parks and Rec. So then I was like, well, fuck it. I need to start that fuck ass hair on my face. Jesus.
Ass hair?
So then I was like, I have to do a rewatch of the whole thing. Like, what are we talking about?
Right. That's the only logical.
That show is so fucking funny. Unfortunately, Chris Pratt slays.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
I hate to admit it. He is really
he's
fucking
very
funny on that show. Yeah.
Do you need me to pull the hair out of your face?
No.
I'd be honored if you did.
No.
Okay.
I just got to the part, for those of you who've watched it. Spoiler alert for a show that was out 10 years ago. Skip ahead like some seconds. I just got to the part where Leslie and Ben started dating, and they're dating in secret, and Leslie's mom hits on Ben when she's talking about needing buses. It's such a good show. And John Ralphio's there, and John Ralphio's also hot. And then I got to Andy Samberg episode. Andy Samberg is hot and funny. It's great. Good vibes all around.
Totally.
In the words of Hot Janitor from American Vandal season 2.
She's the worst.
Good vibes all around. Okay. You're the time of this episode of this fuck-ass show.
You bet your bottom dollar I am.
Slay.
Wait. Did
What?
you say, are you ready or do you wanna? What did you say?
I don't know what I just said.
You said, are you you're usually saying, are you ready to talk about
That's what I meant to say. Is that not what I said?
I don't know.
Do you want me to say it again?
I don't know. Well, because you asked me a question and I responded, and I was like, I don't think I responded in the way that I should have just then.
Speaking of, I need to tell you, this isn't a bad thing. This isn't a bad thing. I need to talk about the absolute out-of-body experience I had last Wednesday morning. So for anybody who gives a shit, last Wednesday when I uploaded last week's episode, I accidentally uploaded only the first 20 minutes.
You silly goose.
I put it on Instagram in case anybody's interested. I edit the audio and video of this goofy little podcast using DaVinci Resolve. And I accidentally rendered an in and out point at 20 minutes. And when you're editing with DaVinci Resolve, every key on your keyboard does something. They don't do like letters, they do functions. And I accidentally hit the key that renders the out point. And so when I was editing at 20 minutes, I must have accidentally clicked the letter O. And so then when I exported, it only exported the first 20 minutes instead of the whole fucking thing. Because I accidentally clicked that button when I was recording, or when I was editing. Anyway, so I wake up Wednesday morning, I go to the bathroom, and I look at my phone, and I, just am checking it just because it's, time to get up or whatever, turning off my alarm. Stacks of Instagram DMs, the likes of which I probably haven't seen since my problematic days in college. I could not believe how many DMs, and I will say, in y'all's defense, almost every single message that we got,
they were nice.
Yeah, on my personal account or the group account said, I know you're getting a lot of messages. Sorry for getting a lot of these, blah, 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 blah. So everyone really nice. Knew that everyone else was doing it, but it was just an influx of all this shit. And then I was like, oh no. And I was in the bathroom, I was hang on 1 second. And then I heard the phone ding of a text, and I was I bet this is Eli. And Eli was dude, you have to fix this.
That's so not how I said it at
downstairs. All. No, he said, I don't know if you've seen this, but blah, 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 whatever.
Well, because I didn't know if you still were getting notifications on Instagram. So I was hey, just FYI, we've gotten a few DMs.
So then I came down here and got my computer and re-rendered it all and then went to work. But that's what happened. I just accidentally clicked a single button when I was editing, so that won't happen again.
Send her knife emojis. Please
don't. I was really that all of those DMs on my phone was crazy, but it was great. Thank you for reaching out. Thank you for letting me know. Whatever. There's an email I think I want to read. We're talking about season 5, episode 13 of this show. It's called episode is called Abby's Trash, Cathy's Treasure. So,
what?
Yeah, girl. Hang on, let me look at the emails.
What?
Suck on these nuts, girl.
Suck on these nuts, girl. Ooh, what are you doing?
Oh, okay. So this is tea that's sort of unrelated to the episodes, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. So.
Serve it up, girlfriend.
This is from Martha, who emails and says.
Well, she has a vineyard.
Hi, Amanda and the second string co-host.
No. Hey, I'll harmonize, dog. I got you.
I'm getting hungry. Discovered this podcast last month and have been listening to new episodes weekly and also catching up on older ones. You two are hilarious. I think she means I'm funny and you're also here, but whatever.
She said y'all.
She actually not true. She said you too, so she could be referring to me and Iggy.
I don't think so.
She could be. She could be referring to me and Rachel.
I also don't think so.
She could be referring to me and myself.
I appreciate the compliment, Martha.
Whatever. I know a conversation that you two have a lot is why did Abby hate Chloe so much? Well, Christy dropped a theory on her podcast with Kelly this week. It's an after party for patrons, but someone shared it on Reddit. When the show aired, Abby was kicked out of Dance Masters. And Dance Masters is not a requirement for dance teachers, but being endorsed by this group looks really good. They couldn't kick her out just because of the show, even though they wanted to. So they used the fact that she said she choreographed Chloe's first solo scene on the show, even though she didn't. So Abby like took credit for somebody else's work.
Great.
This other choreographer who was friends with Abby before the show did. And so Dance Masters accused Abby of plagiarism, and her friend had to be questioned. He had to admit that he did choreograph the solo, and he'd also done some other work for Abby, and he choreographed most of the trios before the show. So Christy's theory is that in classic Abby fashion, she saw that event as a reason to resent Chloe. Abby does have an inability to separate situations from people, as you two just recapped when Nia asked her to separate the music stuff from her dance stuff, and Abby compared Nia to a murderer. Anyway, thought you two would find that interesting. Personally, I think it boils down to Abby having mommy issues and Chloe resembling Abby's mom when she was younger, but it's probably a mixture of a lot of things, none of them being Chloe's fault.
Right.
Have a great day. I'm looking forward to the next recap. Love, Martha.
Hell yeah, Martha.
Period.
Thanks for writing in.
Period. And then we have an email from Tony with some context from last week. Let's see. We're talking about Rachel, who was the judge who was from...
The baddie.
Yes, Rachel the baddie from Flashdance. Let's see. For those of y'all who don't know, her name, I think it's Rochelle, actually. I don't know. I'm going to call her Rochelle because that's how it's spelled. Rochelle was in Broadway shows like Oklahoma, Flashdance, and Cats, but she was also one of the judges on Abby's Ultimate Dance competition during its second season, replacing another judge. So Rochelle was probably easier on the ALDC team compared to the rest of the competition. Because remember, she was giving that live feedback last week, and she was like, she's like Paula Abdul, you guys are so good. And didn't really give any critiques.
Right.
Let's see. She was also a guest choreographer on the show and helped choreograph a jazz routine, added some Fosse movements to the routine. For those of y'all wondering how Abby and Rochelle met, Abby met Rochelle when Rochelle did a vlog for Broadway when she was doing a tour of I Love Rock and Roll, and Abby went to the opening night show. Unfortunately, I don't have a Pyramid of Life for Shenanigans, but the song of the week is Cool Kids by Echo Smith. The song is honestly a banger, and I could see it as like either a Nia or Chloe solo. Anyway.
I wish that I could be... I like that song.
It is, in fact. It is
very catchy.
Song. Anyway, good night, Alyssa. Good luck on your finals. King Tony, King of the Coke Employees, Bessie of the Pod, Dance of Sheriff, Line 3. Line 3 is Lauren Savior, the behind-the-scenes correspondent, the main girlie of Idaho, and everyone's favorite Mexican. Period, Tony.
I don't know if it was last week or 2 or 3 episodes ago. It was recently. We forgot to say goodnight, Alyssa.
It was last week. Alyssa DM'd me pissed as fuck.
Yeah, she threatened my life.
I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. Who was it? No.
She just does that every day.
Oh,
it's like,
shit.
hey, just a reminder.
I think it might be on The Office maybe, but there's an episode of... Oh, this is just an out-of-context memory in my brain where someone on a sitcom says... I'm not willing to bet my life on it, but I'd bet his. And it's like their friend or whatever. Their friend's like, what the hell? I don't bet my life on something you don't know. You bet your own. Damn. Okay, so Abby's Trash, Cathy's Treasure. Season 5.
I'm so
episode
worried.
13.
Lucky 13.
Previously on. The group got third. Sad. The Chandelier music video got nominated for 4 Grammys. And the moms have beef with being divided and Holly and having my back and blah, 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 whatever.
You need to grill that shit.
My stomach is growling.
Speaking of beef.
Damn, my stomach's really growling. Okay, this week, also not a sponsor, but could be Docky PP, Diet, Zero Sugar, Blackberry. What the fuck do y'all know about that? You ought to know more. This is good as hell. And did I buy a case of this because Hassan Piker drinks it? Yeah, I did. Because I wanted to try it. I wanted to see what the hell he was on. This shit is good. This shit is good as fuck, actually.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a bad Dr. Pepper for sure.
There's really not. Really good. So, it's the group got third last week. The moms have beef. Whatever.
You're hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry. In Pennsylvania this week, all the girls coming into the mirror room. Abby starts freaking out when she sees Maddie because at this point, Maddie has filmed the music video for Elastic Heart with Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf is her counterpart dancer. If you haven't seen this video, you should go watch it.
Is he her father figure in that?
Maddie kind of talks about it a little bit later. No. And Sia also said no. We'll get into it. I have it all cool. Really laid out, but no. To answer that question, no.
Very much not looking forward to that.
Yeah. Abby says that some things of note from the video were that Maddie was like hissing at him and that she bites him in the video. And she says like people are really upset about it. It's very controversial, but that's why she likes it.
Yeah, you would, Abby.
Right. The video today, the music video on YouTube sits at 1.3 billion views, which is about half as many as Chandelier currently has. Chandelier has about 2.8 bill.
That's so many.
Yeah. I went and rewatched it just to like bone up on the shit that I talk on the internet.
Bone.
And I remember when this came out when I was in high school and people were really upset about it. I don't know if you remember this, but like the video, Maddie is like, she's in the wig that she was in for the Chandelier video. She's in that nude leotard that she was in for the Chandelier video. But Shia LaBeouf is like also in like nude dancer booty shorts, but he's a grown man and she is not. And they're never in any like position that looks overtly sexual, but it's still weird. It's weird vibes. They're also both in a like cage, Miley Cyrus Can't Be Tamed cage.
Yeah.
And they are filthy. Like they have just run around in the dirt outside. And they're sweaty. So it's like the vibe is bad. And at this time, the vibe is super bad. You know what I mean? If it's bad,
I love that movie.
2020, 2025, whatever the fuck year it is, it was definitely bad back then. It was worse back then. Because it's still not like, okay. I don't know. It's just not good. I forgot. So the cage kind of has the same shape as like a big top, like carnival tent where it like walls like this. And then this is doing wonders for people who listen to this podcast. And then it like curves at the top. And then it like there's a point at the top.
Like the palace, the Sultan's palace in Aladdin.
Similar, yes. And they are all individual bars. Like the cage is just all these bars.
What do you know about bars?
There is a moment where Shia LaBeouf jumps and grabs the bar hanging in the cage and climbs the thing so that he's hanging by one arm in the center of the cage. And that is pretty cool. He doesn't use his feet at all. He just climbs with his arms.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I rewatched it and I wrote, "Ew, I don't like this." I feel like a bunch of creative people got together and said, "Let's make something creative."
Yes.
And it's just kind of like what they spit up.
And Shia LaBeouf, especially at that time, was just like crazily down for that.
Yes.
He's like, "Oh, we're gonna make art."
Yes. And there's like this weird facial expression thing that happens at the end. Shia LaBeouf starts crying at the end. It's like, it's very like, this is why people hate us art people. You know what I mean? Where it's like, y'all, come on. This is why people don't like the creative people. It's because they're fucking weird. And some of the shit that y'all be putting out is strange as hell. It's unsettling. It's not like creepy or disturbing, but I didn't like watching it. It was unsettling. I don't know. And the moms are saying like in the time of this show that everybody else that's talking about it is really upset because they don't like it. They're in the den. They're talking about the video. Maddie describes that Sia said that she was like a wolf in a cage. Like that was the character she was playing. And Jill in her talking head is like, look, it's art. And art is open to interpretation. Okay. Unfortunately true. Melissa sees Kira's phone. She's like, I look over at Kira's phone. Nosy. Also, I see you in that. Nosy as hell. And on Kira's phone, she sees that the Candy Apples have posted something about how they're competing this weekend with a brand new team. Duh. And Kira in her talking head says that every one of the kids that's on the new Candy Apples team is a like scorned child from Abby Lee Miller's past. They're all of her, and she calls them leftovers.
Oh.
They're all of the rejects, being like, okay, we weren't good enough for Abby's team. Now we're assembling this squadron of like jaded children who were rebuffed by Abby to be a new Cathy team. That's what they're doing.
Interesting.
So,
do we know any of these children?
I did not. I'm sure if I paid more attention to the show, I would, but most of them are from Abby's Ultimate Dance competition.
Oh, okay.
So they're like, they know JoJo, and they know Jess, and that's going to come up later.
They
Don't worry.
know JoJo? With
Yes.
the Bobo?
Also, my allergies have been acting up. Sorry, you're going to get weird mouth sounds. Not just from Iggy. You're going to get them from me, too. The girls and the moms go to the mirror room, and they tell Abby about this new team with Cathy, and Abby's like, who? What? What do you, Cathy? What? Like pretend like she doesn't know what's going on.
This?
Kills me.
It's so stupid. What a fucking bit.
It's so funny to me.
It's so dumb.
And she's like, oh, Who? Okay, whatever. Apparently there's a student named Tessa and a student named Haley. Apparently I've never been on live television before. And they have been trying to be on Abby's team for forever, this Tessa and Haley. One was on the competition show, and now her mom is like friends with Abby.
Oh,
and
boy.
Abby's like, my friend stabbing me in the back, whatever. Abby says that Haley and her mom went to one of Abby's book signings. Hey, what the hell are you writing a book about?
Abby, don't pretend like
How
you're
to
literate.
destroy children? How to break down the emotional integrity of a child? Sure.
Yeah, how to break the psyche
Yeah,
and will
exactly.
of those prepubescent children.
Correct. And Haley, like there was some fans that caught Haley there, and Haley signed their books. And I was like, she came to my book signing and made it about her, and it's not about her, it's about me. Blah 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 blah.
Fucking
Whatever.
hell.
And she brings up about how she's pissed that they got third last week. Whatever. Okay, Pyramid of Children. You ready?
Yes.
The bottom of the pyramid is Kendall and Nia. They're both the worst. They both had solos.
They
didn't
both.
place in the top 5.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, fair enough.
Unfortunately.
They're not going to get to do another solo for a while. Abby's like, if you keep fucking up like this, enough's enough.
Yeah. She points a loaded gun at them.
I mean, it wouldn't. That absolutely wouldn't surprise me at all.
No.
Middle of the pyramid of children, JoJo, Mackenzie, and Kalani are all in the middle.
This
She
is
kind of is like, here's the bottom, here's the middle, here's the top. They're not
Okay.
really like child by child. It's like level by level.
Okay.
They did a great job in the group, and Abby's, because their group was this like 1920s like flapper Ziegfeld Follies.
Yes, it was a very
number.
flappy group.
And Abby says, like, you really took me back to that era, like she was alive in the 1920s, which I thought was funny. Like, you and the group just really took me back to that place. With the Great Depression, you were not alive then, Diva. Like,
Abby's
although
like-
they do say that like evil never dies, so
Well, that and Abby harkens back to a time where she was allowed to say the N-word in public.
no, literally, where she was like, I could be super problematic and beat kids and make them work for me and be racist, and no one would get mad at me. The 1920s, what a
Yep.
great time. And the top of the pyramid.
And everything was black and white.
Exactly. Top of the pyramid, Maddie, duh. But Maddie did have a first place solo.
You didn't even have to say it, though.
So, yeah, true.
Well, you just skip the top of the pyramid unless it's someone that isn't Maddie.
Right, just by default, it's Maddie.
Yeah, we know.
This week, we're going to Energy National Dance.
Ooh.
And Melissa starts to giggle when someone talks about the candy apples being there. She, like, I don't know. Not, like, maniacally. That's, like, too much credit because that implies intentionality. But she giggles maybe absentmindedly at the idea of Cathy, like, existing.
Which city are we going to with this? Do we know?
Oh, did I not write that
Because
down?
usually you say it.
I think it's in New England. I think it's
just
like
need
New
a-
Jersey
I
or
need
something.
a mental picture.
I think it's in New Jersey.
No shade to all of our New Jersey.
Yeah, that was
folks
crazy.
I
We live
know.
in the South.
I live in
dog.
Tennessee. This place fucking blows.
This place blows chunks.
I don't like that at all.
Well, it does.
Dude, one time, trigger warning for gross stuff. One time when I was way younger, I went to a little my little elementary school, and we were sitting at lunch, and my buddy Nathan Pankowski brought his lunch from home. Yeah, it's so Jewish, dude. It was a Jewish private
I
school.
wasn't going to say it. I'm glad you did.
And so Nathan and I were sitting at the lunch table, and he opens up his lunchbox, and he has a little Tupperware with pineapple in it. He opens up the pineapple, and I can smell it.
Right.
In not a good way. And I was like, hey, Nathan, I think that
Ooh,
pineapple
I
might
think
be
it's
bad.
bad.
And so he's like, no, it's fine. My mom wouldn't have packed it for me if it wasn't good. And so he starts wolfing down his lunch, including the pineapple. And then he just I made him laugh really hard. I know, hard to believe.
no.
And
Well, you were a child.
he I used all my jokes up by
They're
the time I was
laughing
11.
at you, yeah.
No, he started laughing, and then he goes, oh no, and throws up all the pineapple into his own hand. And
no.
as he's doing this, I think it's a good time to go, Nathan, I told you that was bad.
Of course you did.
And he's like, it's not the pineapple, and then throws up again more pineapple.
That's so nasty.
Yeah.
I can't remember if this is...
I was like,
This
Nathan,
might have been 2 Christmases ago.
Nathan, if you're listening, I told you, dude.
This might have been 2 Christmases ago, but semi-recently we were at my Nana's house, and my Nana is, like, infamously keeps her house hot. Like, her house is...
No.
And the joke with me and my siblings is that we will go and press the down button on the thermostat anytime any of us goes to the bathroom. Just like really quick while you're out there, press it. Because you think my house is hot? I'm not joking, bitch. She keeps it at like 78.
Look how fucking orangey. That's insane.
It's like, it is like we are sweating. And then she's like,
I wouldn't go.
We'll bump it to 75. And she's like, it's cold in here. We're like, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. Just leave it where
Put
it
on
is.
some socks and a sweater and you will be
Nana
fine.
is like wrapped up and all of us are in like t-shirts and shorts.
Dude, I shouldn't have sweat under my tits 5 minutes after walking in your front door.
It's not good. But our family dog is like 14, 15. She was getting really hot at Nana's recently. And and hit one of those and then threw up. But she was sitting on the couch and she started to make the throw up sounds. And my brother-in-law went like this and Lily threw up in Pratik's hands. And then he was like, what do I do with this? And he just got up and was like, and we were like, go put it in the sink. And then
dump it in the toilet.
He goes to go to the kitchen sink. We're like, don't go to that one. Go to the sink that's out in the garage. And he was like, someone has to open the door for me. And because there were people in the bathroom, because there's like 50 million people in my family. So the bathrooms are always occupied. Anyway, and he was just running around with this little like handful of throw up from being overheated. It was awful. Anyway. Going to, Energy National Dance. Melissa's laughing stupidly. No solos, but instead we're doing a group and 3 duets in honor of Maddie and Shia LaBeouf doing a duet. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm just here to tell you what they told me.
That's so stupid.
The girls are psyched out of their minds, though.
I love that
they
for
get to
them.
hang out with their friends.
But the reasoning is just stupid.
It's goofy as hell, for sure.
We haven't done very many like duos and trios recently. It's been a lot of groups, sometimes multiple groups, a lot of solos. There's been like 1 or 2 sprinkled in here and there. But I seem to remember in the first couple of seasons there were a lot more duos and trios, like on almost a weekly basis.
Yeah, and now we're getting 3 in a group. So the breakout is like this. So Maddie and Kalani, they're doing...
Good call.
Yeah, they're doing a group number, or a duet that's called Walking Through the Storm. And they had a great duet.
Bottom of the pyramid.
Right. They had a great duet last time. So Abby's like, you need to recreate that or else you suck. Kendall and JoJo are the next pair. And Abby makes this like really not real thing about it being Freaky Friday inspo of like they swap personalities at the end. I'm here to tell you, as someone who watched the episode, that is not what is conveyed, but sure, whatever.
Well, we know that she also changes themes and ideas a lot.
Yeah, it just is not. It's not really giving that. And then Mackenzie and Nia are last, and
that's really interesting.
Yeah, but later on,
like Mackenzie and JoJo, and then like Kendall and Nia.
You would
just
think.
Like the size of the person.
You would think, but later on, Abby says that she was reminded of the good work that Mackenzie and Nia did at Nationals last year, where they won first place in a group number. They had like some moments together in that group, and that group was successful. So that's what she cites as the reason for partnering them together. Partnering them.
Okay. I don't remember that, but all right.
They show a clip of it, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
What was the group dance?
Amber Alert.
Oh, that one was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and they kidnapped me. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But whatever.
All right.
The duet number is called The Little Girl Who Lives Down the Lane. And it seems really spooky.
Sounds like a horror movie. Yep. Okay, really there you go.
And Holly is miffed. Because
Why?
Holly's generally unhappy in this season of her life. In this TV show. The group, Abby tells us she is not going to tell us what it is, but it's a mystery, but all they need to know is that one of them gets killed. And then she's like, let me tell you about the dance. Just kidding. But no, one of them dies.
Yeah.
So. And we're going to get more of that later.
What if he gets killed? And now here's the dance. That's so good. One of my favorite versions of that is if Scott didn't come up with this, but he taught it to me, is like... I've
heard it both ways.
No, when someone's like, here are the plans. Okay, let's do it. And then we'll do the plans. That's hilarious.
Is it?
Yes.
I think it's a
verifiably
thing that you
yes.
say that you think is funny.
No, Scott says it.
Oh.
And I also have said it. It's gotten a laugh every time I've said it.
Whatever,
yeah, let's
Scott.
do it. And then we'll record the pod. Like it's hilarious.
Sure, whatever. Abby tells us we're here this week, we're here next week, then we're going back to LA. So we have one more week of this fuckery in Pennsylvania, and then we get the fuckery in
Is it going to be permanent in LA?
Angeles.
Do we have any idea?
I have no idea. I would think so, because I know they do permanently move. So I would think it's now, but I could be wrong. I don't fucking know.
Alrighty.
And then she's like, we're going to LA! And then the children rush to her and hug her.
That's
which is
great.
Great. She says in her talking head that they've evolved since LA. Hey, didn't y'all lose last week?
Yeah.
What do you mean you've evolved? I don't think that's true. You had 2 solos not in the top 5 and you didn't place or you lost last week. So to say, "Oh, we're ready for LA," I just don't really think that's true. Then we cut to the Candy Apples, and Cathy is telling her new squad of the quote unquote rejects of Cathy that she's so over not winning. Period.
I mean, sure.
And she says she hasn't won against Abby in 2 years, which is kind
that's
of
about
nuts.
right.
But
well, yeah, they suck though.
I mean, yeah, but I just hadn't thought about it in 2 years, to put.
Well, I
a
remember
timeline like that.
Yeah, that is longer.
Now
than
they're
I
not
thought.
competing against them every week for 2 years,
right? But every time we see, it feels like it's been just so many times. Like every time we see them, they just don't win. Even when we think, oh, there's no way Abby Lee. Dance studio for the performing arts will pull this one out, and then they do.
And then they do. True.
Rigged.
She has the winner of the most recent season of So You Think You Can Dance as the choreographer. His name is Keon, and he's here. And one of the moms. Okay, this happens a couple of times in this episode. I'm gonna go ahead and get this out of the way. As a girl with curly hair, I have 2B, 2C type curls. If these moms in this room would give me 5 minutes, I could change their life, because 2 of them have some of the crunchiest curls I've ever seen in my life. And they're getting them because they are putting in the hair gel, scrunching the hair gel, diffusing it probably, and then letting it dry. No, that's not the end. You do all of that, and then you get you a little bit of oil, some hair oil, some oil.
Don't say that.
Pump that oil into your hand,
hey,
and then scrunch in the oil, break up the cast, and pick it out so that it's not crunchy.
Don't fucking point at me when you say that shit.
I did that one for you, my brother. That's the leaving the crunch. You have effectively gotten halfway through the process and then being like, fuck it, and then stopped.
Couple of these.
No, you have to. You like a straight a heterosexual tenor in a successful musical theater program. You must break up the cast. You must, okay? You need to get some old.
What a fucking specific joke that is.
Scrunch it in there, and then get you a wide tooth comb or a pick from the 80s and pick it out. Pisses me off. There's 2 moms that have beautiful hair, and they're not doing themselves any favors by not breaking up the cast. Okay, anyway. One of the moms with the crunchy curl says that she and her daughter Haley are out to kill Abby. They literally several times in this episode say kill or war or out for blood. Many times. That's not me bullshitting. That's what they be saying.
Cool.
And Cathy in her talking head is like, well, yeah, that's my goal. Okay, great.
Yeah, sure, Cathy.
And then she tells Haley's mom that she wants her to shun Abby. She's like, don't even speak to her. I want you to shun her. And she says, and if you don't do that, you can pack your little Louis Vuitton and buy the first plane ticket home. Kind of funny. Anytime Cathy, I don't think elitism is cool. I was just about to say I think it's cool. I don't. When Cathy whips out wealth, it's funny.
That's all she has.
Because it's all she has. It's also not hers. It's her husband's.
Right.
We
she's
know
not
this.
Funny. She's not clever. She's not talented. She's not anything.
When she calls
but
people,
my husband has money, and that means that
she
I
says
can talk down to
department
people.
store dress or your cheap cosmetics or it just always makes me giggle.
Well, it makes me giggle too because she looks
pack
like
up your
shit
wealth
all
and
the time.
Go home. Yeah, also true. Also, I would love to teach these women a thing or two about a lip liner. I know it was 2015 and we didn't know any better, but girls, Abby Lee Miller, that lip color was bleeding. Girl, you got to get you a liner. That's what stops it from bleeding. Anyway, we cut back to the ALDC group rehearsal. And it's based on, Abby says at this moment in time, it's based on a game she used to play. But she doesn't say what it is. And then she says this creepy little rhyme about people dying.
Oh.
So it's what's happening
Ring Around
here?
the Rosie?
No. She tells us what it is later. You're probably not going to guess it.
Okay.
Because the way she sets it up doesn't make any fucking sense.
Great.
But that's what but I have in my notes, it's based on a game she used to play, question mark, killing people? What do you mean? I don't understand the game. And then she just says this weird rhyme about people dying. So it's this game you used to play is killing people? Okay, great. And then Abby looks at Gia in the group rehearsal and she goes, I think Mackenzie's kind of a hot mess. In front of everyone. Just says it out loud. And Mackenzie asks Abby at this point, who's going to die in the group number?
And Abby's like, it's you, because you suck.
Abby says, it could be you because you're doing so bad.
No.
Which I thought was kind of funny. She says it like a joke, and the girls kind of giggled. I thought that was kind of funny.
Right. And you and I just talked about the ways that we've threatened children before.
Yeah, it is kind of fun. I'm going to set that locker on fire. That was pretty fucking funny. Yeah. Sorry. The moms are upstairs on the Lido deck, like, speculating about if the number is going to win. And Jess is like, I need y'all to know that some of these moms on Kathy's new team are crazy. Which, coming from Jess, is like a warning flag like you've never seen before in your life.
Maybe.
Jess saying that someone's a crazy stage mom, that's like, I think that's cause for concern.
Yeah, my issue is that I just don't know that I trust Jess a lot.
Well, in this next moment, Jess is like, you know who I'm going to call? Tessa's mom, Renee. She's like, give me your phone. Calls her up, answers the phone, and Renee goes, hello. And Jess goes, hey, Renee, this is Jess, JoJo's mom. Renee goes, how about you get a fucking life? Hangs up. That's awesome. I'm really sorry from Renee. As Renee, that's fucking awesome. How about you get a fucking life? Click.
There needs to be more of that in this show.
That's awesome.
Like, hey, how about you eat a dick?
How about you get a fucking life? And then all the moms are kind of like giggling about how insane these moms are.
That's awesome.
We get a photographer and a reporter coming up to the Lido deck to interview Maddie about this Elastic Hearts video and about how people are feeling about it. Hang on, my legs are falling asleep.
Cool. Oh, I meant cool to the other thing.
If I sit cross-legged too, my legs fall asleep.
Oh, God. Oh.
Ugh, gross. Fucking freak.
Iggy. Girl.
Melissa in her talking head says, like, it pushed boundaries. It was controversial. You know, people be feeling a certain type of way about it, whatever. And the reporter asks Maddie, like, what's been the hardest part about all the attention and, like, the pushback from the video? And Maddie's like, well, it's just hard because, like, it's an open-ended thing. So everyone gets to decide what they think it is, which means that people can be upset about it because they're the ones who decide what's going on.
Sure.
Actually, kind of a really good answer from a child.
Yeah.
That's, like, totally fair. And Melissa's like, I'm so proud of her, blah, blah, blah. We see the Candy Apples dance rehearsal, the group rehearsal, because all they're doing is a group this week. And Cathy, in her talking head, is talking about how she feels like she's, like, got this in the bag because of these dancers who are poached. She's
in the
like,
apple bag?
They want it more than anybody else. They fucking hate Abby just as much as I do. Like, we have got this shit on lock.
Hello.
Cathy tells these dancers that she wants to see their deep-seated need for revenge on stage. Like,
and they're all just like, I just like dancing.
Yeah, she's like, let me know, and blah, blah, blah. Cathy then gets a phone call, from TMZ.
What?
And they want to ask Cathy how she felt about the decision for Maddie to be in this Elastic Heart video. And Cathy says, I don't know, but Cathy says, I'll tell you what, I almost threw up. I was flabbergasted. I would never put my child in that situation with a grown man. So disrespectful, so disgusting. Blah, blah, blah. She says, I do not think it was an art piece. And she, in her talking head, is like, Maddie and Abby have been having too much success. She says that Abby has been riding Maddie's wave of success for too long, and it's time to be knocked off the boogie board.
Boy, jealousy is not a good look. You want to talk about...
Girl. It's like, giving jealous.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is oh my fucking God, kid. She just has no, like, shame.
No.
She has no self-awareness. She has no shame.
She has no shame and a ton of pride, which doesn't really make any sense.
No.
Because pride in what?
Yeah.
Pride in losing a bunch?
In your husband's money?
Confused. I mean, like, period, but, like,
she's confused.
Yeah.
I just noticed your shirt. That's so great.
What, Muppet Vision?
Yeah.
This is a brand that's called Single Rider. It's a retro Disney, like, fan merch company.
Yeah.
And Muppet Vision 3D, Walt Big Disney looking at your fucking stupid dumbass face. Disney discontinued Muppet Vision 3D. They took it down to put up a what? 3D Monsters, Inc. experience that nobody gives two flying farts about, including me. So Single Rider did this limited run of Muppet Vision retro art to celebrate the closing of arguably the best part about Disney World, Fight with the Wall. I don't care. And on the back, it has Statler and Waldorf talking about how
I noticed
Muppet
them.
Vision is better than getting hit in the head with a 2x4. And they're like, let's go in and find out. God damn it, Disney. I'll see you in hell, brother. Shit pissed me off.
You would, actually.
I actually would. I hope to. Ding, ding. Who else did I say was going to fight in hell? So I was going to box somebody in
Charlie
hell.
Kirk.
No, I didn't say that. Although true. No, there was somebody else on the show that I was like, I will see you. We will box in hell. We will do some rounds in an MMA-style boxing
I'll
match.
show you my box in hell.
Yeah, I can't remember who
don't
it
know.
was. Oh, well.
I don't know.
Whoever I said it to, it still stands. I don't know.
Yeah. If you're watching, write in.
Yeah.
If Amanda has personally threatened to fight you, write in.
Oh, the audition is ready for me from the National Public Library. Period.
Let's go, dude.
We're seeing Nia and Mackenzie's duet.
Shout out to libraries.
Shouts out. I have written down Nia and Mackenzie's solo. Doesn't make any sense as a duet.
Nope.
But Nia is like jealous of Mackenzie and the narrative that they're portraying. Very strange. And Abby in her talking head brings up the thing about the Nationals. And she's like, they're going to do really well together. I have faith in them. Whatever. Holly.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird that Abby
We'll send
has
him up to knock him down because
Right.
then Holly is in the lobby on the phone with somebody and she's like, hi. And the girl on the other end of the phone says, how's my little one? Hate that. And it's Aubrey O'Day, the recording artist.
What's wrong with little one?
She's not your child. You met her once.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't like that shit. Freaks me out.
Okay.
It's like when I was teaching, I used to really hate the word kiddos. Like,
I call people.
I just like,
I think I've called you kiddo.
No. But like to a child.
Oh.
I just like, I don't know.
I affectionately call some of my good friends who are younger than me kiddo sometimes. Like I do that very affectionately.
I think it's like a legion of children being referred to as kiddos.
That's fair.
My classes to teach these kiddos. No. Shut up. I just don't like it.
That's fair. But if you were like having kind of a weird day and I was like, hey, how you doing, kiddo?
You've definitely called me that in real life and it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
When it's referring to children is when it bothers me.
I have never
Little
called kids that.
one, she's 13. Like, I don't know. It's
all right.
forced familiarity. Like, you met her once. Why are you doing this term of endearment? I don't know. Piss me off. Holly's on the phone with Aubrey.
Hey, little one.
Ugh. And she, in her talking head, Holly says, like, she makes what I think is a false equivalency, that Nia working with Aubrey is the same as Maddie working with Sia.
That's not the same thing.
That is not the same thing. That's like totally not the truth. It's also not the same end product. Maddie is still dancing. Nia is singing. So
Right.
like talent-wise in terms of your celebos, not the same level. But even the end product, Nia wants to be a singer. Maddie is still dancing. So it's not the same.
Yeah. You're working with a person of some level of fame. That's it.
To do something that's not your child's primary artistic discipline. Okay, awesome. Not the same. Holly goes into the mirror room and grabs Nia, and she's like, I need to talk to Nia. Nia, come here. And Melissa in the Lido deck is like, oh, that's like weird. Like, why would... That's like kind of rude, she says.
What?
She says, we only have one day of rehearsal for the group number, and Holly's going to pull Nia out of rehearsal? Like, that's like pretty rude, right, guys? And everyone's like,
fuck up, Melissa.
Oh, okay, weird. Like, whatever. And Melissa in her talking head says that if she were in Holly's shoes, that she wouldn't do that. And I don't buy it. Even
Totally, Melissa.
I don't buy it for 2 minutes, Melissa. She's like, I would never do that. Okay. So Holly then goes upstairs. Jess immediately snitches on Melissa and is like, hey, Holly, Melissa thinks it's really fucking stupid of you to be pulling Nia out when there's only one day of rehearsal.
Hey, listen.
And Melissa starts nervous laughing and she goes, oh my God, Jess, that is like not what I said, lying. That is so not what I said. And Jess is like, yes, it is. And Melissa goes, hey, Jess, fuck you. Whoa. Like, and Jess is like, okay, Melissa, whatever. But Melissa, like, shuts down for real.
Good.
Giggles, tells somebody to go fuck themselves. Not funny enough. Like, strange.
Yeah,
really,
well,
really
she's
strange
a
behavior.
psychopath, first of all. Second of all, the less she talks, the happier I am.
and Holly has a great response to Melissa. Because Melissa says, fuck you to Jess. Crazy response. Disproportionate response. And Holly says to Melissa, well, my child doesn't have, what does she say? My child doesn't have the connections yours does, so you and I won't be doing the same things.
Sure.
Totally fair. You wouldn't have to do that. Your kid's Maddie.
Right.
I do because my kid's Nia.
Yeah. Also, Jess, again, being a good friend, we think, or at least an ally to Holly, like consistently doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, sticking up for Holly. Not mad that somebody's sticking up for Holly. I'm mad that it's Jess. We then see Maddie and Kalani's duet, and Abby in her talking head is talking about how everyone wants to see these two girls fail.
No, they don't.
I don't think that's true.
Absolutely nobody does.
I don't think anybody wants to see them fail. I think it's just you, maybe. And Abby's like telling Maddie that she needs to connect with Kalani like she did with Shia LaBeouf. Like, no, different. And Melissa is like talking about the TMZ thing, and then like Jill and Jess are talking about how Sia made an apology for the video. That's not totally true. I looked it up. Sia made some tweets that effectively were, I'm sorry that you felt offended. But then she also stands by it. She says, like, Maddie and Shia, like, did the dance that I gave them. I knew people were going to freak out about it, and that's kind of the point. Okay. So if you felt offended, I didn't mean for you to feel offended, but I don't care, kind of. So, like,
okay,
that's not the same thing as issuing an apology, which is what they're saying she
No,
did.
it's not.
She also, Sia says that Shia and Maddie are, quote, warring Sia self-states. So that's what it is. It's not like a father figure. It's like your internal warrings.
Okay.
I don't fucking know.
I don't either.
Art people are freaks, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Melissa says that she doesn't look at the negative stuff.
Yes, you do. Melissa,
liar.
Stop lying.
Just be honest, girl. We'll still just be honest.
No, we won't like you regardless, but we'd hate you less if you stopped lying.
Mm-hmm. True. Agree. Jill in her talking head says that she thinks Melissa shelters Maddie too much.
Correct.
And she's like, Maddie's going to hear the negative stuff no matter what. So it needs to come from Melissa and not from some like random mom. And Jill says that she hopes that Melissa comes to her senses and tells Maddie about the negativity before somebody else does. I don't know if I totally agree with that.
I'm not sure either, actually.
I do think it'd be better to come from your mom, for sure, or to come from like a parental figure or whatever. But I don't think if no one's talking about it, if she doesn't know about it, I don't think you have to tell her.
Didn't Maddie get interviewed by someone? So isn't she like aware that some people have a negative opinion?
Yeah.
So it's not a need to tell her. She already kind of knows.
Yeah. She needs to process it probably with like her parental figures.
I guess, but it seemed like, I mean, we talked about it earlier this episode that she has a pretty good like
grip on what's going on.
Yeah, it seems like she does.
But Jill just wants to be upset about something.
Classic Jill. Fuck ass Fedora.
Kendall and JoJo are doing their duet, and Maddie brings up that's supposed to say Abby brings up method acting, and that Maddie needs to be that Kendall and JoJo need to be method actors like Maddie was. I'm so sorry to be that annoying theater person. That is not what method acting is.
I knew you were going to say that. If it were doing
method acting, she would be like rolling around in the dirt and living in a cage for a year, because that's what she did in the video.
Yeah.
Method acting isn't connecting with your partner. That's being a good actor. There's several different schools of acting, like acting techniques that you can use to connect with a partner. Method acting is what killed Heath Ledger. Method acting is not being invested in your artistic moments with your partner. That's just being good at your job.
Right.
So, like, be a method actor. Method act kissing my ass. That's so annoying. Kendall is wearing a bow, like a side pony and a bow, like JoJo.
Of course.
And Jess makes a comment about it, and Jill is like, oh, yeah. She was like, Kendall thought that'd be really funny. Which I thought was kind of cute, that they do look like the same. Okay, we finally get that the group number is inspired by the board game Clue. Okay. Did not know that up until this moment in time, but we get it now because they bring out this tub of weapons.
Yeah, that's Clue. Right. Oh, I should have known that.
But she says this nursery rhyme that's like, what the fuck does that have to do with Clue?
It's not a nursery rhyme.
Right. That's why I was confused.
Yeah, okay.
She brings out this like tub of weapons of just like all this like
the candlestick
shit.
And
yes.
Yeah.
Very upsettingly, one of the children does in fact pull out a noose and start swinging it around. That's really unfortunate because it is in the board game. That's pretty unfortunate. And this woman from Entertainment Tonight just walks in and is like, "Hi, I'm with Entertainment Tonight. Abby, I have some questions for you." Just whoosh, walks in.
Did anyone give any indication that they knew this was happening?
No, and Abby is like, "Who are you?" And she's like, "I'm from Entertainment Tonight." And she's like, "Okay, hang on, Maddie, come here."
Yeah.
Like she seems
what are
like
you doing here?
caught off guard. Yeah. And also they have cameras. Just some two random dudes come in with cameras, mic up the children, or mic up Maddie, and start talking at them about the Sia stuff.
It almost feels like she should have been like, "No, come back another time. What is this in regard to?" Like, I'm not giving a written statement.
Right.
Come back another time.
So then Holly says, "Hey, Melissa, we're stopping rehearsal so that Maddie can talk to somebody." And she says, "Is this any different than what I did with Aubrey O'Day?" And Melissa goes, "Nope, it's the same." Like, she knows.
Check and
The only thing is that Melissa did not know this was going to happen, but functionally it's the same thing.
Yes.
Even though she didn't choose for this moment to happen, it still is, and she's still letting it happen. So
Yeah.
it's the same. No, it's the same. And Jill is like, "Hey, this could be what cost us the competition with Cathy this week. So y'all suck."
Yeah.
Okay, get to the competition. Cathy feeling her oats. She feels really good about all this.
She have a bullhorn again?
No, but she does go into the ALDC green room with the moms before the ALDC gets there, and they hide in the corner behind the drape. And they're like, "What if we pop out and scare them?" So then they like cue the Disney evil villain,
the prank.
Yeah, exactly. Pink Panther music, sort of, like, as they tiptoe back behind the drape. They make a really gross comment about Abby's weight that I'm not going to repeat because it's not that funny and it's not that tasteful. And the moms are hiding behind the drape. The ALDC moms come in and they start to open up their cases. They're getting ready, and Jill walks over to the drape to put her suitcase back there, goes like this and sees the moms, shuts the curtain and turns around and just stands there. She doesn't scream. She doesn't say anything. She just is
well,
yeah. And then the moms are like, "We got you." They come out from behind the curtain and they're like, "Okay, well," it's very anticlimactic. There's no
that could have been a really
payoff.
funny moment, I think.
No, there's no payoff at all.
Brutal.
Abby starts hugging the Katie Apples moms because she knows all of them from the TV show. "Hi, sweetie, how are you? Hi, it's good to see you. It's good to see you." Kathy's like, "Moms, that is not what I'm expecting from you. Do not engage." She's trying to rally the troops again. "Hey, girl, it's too late.
Yeah.
You were sneaking around drape Hamburglar style, and you want to foster the enemy attitude. Girl, come on."
Yeah, you're playing.
The jig is up.
Yeah, you're playing a fun little prank.
You're either the Hamburglar or G.I. Joe. You have to pick one.
If you wanted to actually make them feel like they're their nemesis and
Yeah.
oh, you should hate Abby. Don't play a fun little prank.
Right. You got to make it a little more sinister than that.
Yes. Kidnap one of their children.
Right. Kill one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Abby and her talking head is they're not loyal to Cathy.
No.
They're not.
They
Cathy
just
might
got
think
there.
that, but they just got there. So, and she says, "And if I had an open spot on my team, those bitches would come running to me. I am not worried about this new team at all." And Jess asked the mom if their girls want to come and touch JoJo's jacket because that's as close as they're ever going to get to one. Hey, that's kind of funny. Unfortunately, Jess asked.
Well done.
That was kind of funny. And then one of the other moms with the crunchy hair says that JoJo is never going to be a star.
Well,
Well,
boy, that aged like milk.
interesting. And the moms just are yelling back and forth. Jess is really getting into it with some of them, whatever. Just generalized mom yelling.
That's the closed caption at the bottom.
Just indeterminate amounts of moms yelling at each other.
Derogatory.
Yeah. So then we go to the Candy Apples dressing room. So they've left this weird standoff sneak attack, whoosh, and now they're in their own dressing room. And Abby goes in that dressing room. So Abby's left her camp and is now in the enemy territory. And Cathy tells her to take her rodent butt and get out. Kind of funny.
A rodent butt.
And the moms literally tell Abby that because one of the moms that Abby was hugging a lot, that they're apparently BFFs. She was like, "Abby, I'm here to fight a war." She just straight up says it like that. And Abby is like, okay, whatever. And Abby in her talking head is like, I'm not worried about them. And then she leaves. So she like tries to engage a little bit. And then the other mom is like, no, I'm here to, okay, bye.
Okay.
If you're not going to be my friend and you're going to be a freak, I'll just leave. You're going to be a freak because the cameras are here.
It's that easy.
I'll take the cameras with me. Because Lord knows they're not staying in here.
Nope.
Goodbye. Okay, getting ready for the duets, the ALDC is. They're talking about, like, the acting and Sia and Shia LaBeouf and blah, blah, blah. I, in this moment, kind of feel bad for Maddie.
Yeah.
Because it's like everyone's talking about it. And
again,
this video is very controversial. So it's not all positive.
Yeah.
Also not nominated for Grammys, not received very well. I don't know. I just feel bad that, like, she's around everyone when they're talking about how they want to be like her.
Yeah, I mean, she's kind of already had a little bit of exposure with it before. Like, she was annoyed by the fame from the Chandelier video, too.
Yeah.
Where she, like, sarcastically started doing the dance when I think Cathy brought in, like, a boombox or whatever.
Yes, that was awesome.
It's the same shit again.
Yeah. And, like, I think it's a good, like, it's important to remember that, like, children this age don't understand the scheme and the scope of life.
Right.
They don't understand the implications of what they do because their brains are not there. Their brains are too squishy. So Maddie knows that she did a fun, cool video thing that did really well on the internet, but she doesn't she can't understand neurobiologically, like, the implications of people in the press and other people in their homes. And, like, she's thinking about her life and, like, her friends.
Right.
But, like, the world seeing it is not something that she can comprehend.
Yeah.
So she just is listening to everyone talking about this thing that she can't really understand. And I feel kind of bad for her.
Yeah.
Abby pulls the girls together and she's like, okay, bitches, listen up. We're going to LA in 2 weeks. You better be good. And she says, we're going to LA in 2 weeks. JoJo goes, and Abby goes, yeah, where you got your butts handed to you. And then she stops clapping. That's pretty funny. Where you got, she's like, where you got your butts kicked.
Funny.
It's pretty funny. I know JoJo's problematic. Shut up. In this moment, I think JoJo's really funny.
Yeah, in the show, she's really funny.
She's just so, like, unfazed, unbothered. In the words of Doechii, I don't fuck with the boom bitch. Why bother? It's very that.
I also love, was she the only one that started clapping?
Yeah.
That's fucking
of course
hilarious.
She was.
That's
who
so,
she is.
that will never not be funny. Oh.
It is really fucking funny.
Oh, shit.
Abby's like, Maddie did a duet with a grown ass man. You all can get your shit together. Let's roll. And so they do.
Autobots, roll out.
My stomach is growling. Kendall and JoJo go first.
Do they slay?
Huh?
Do they slay?
Yeah, I think it's fine.
No.
Jill in her talking head says it's cute, but they're just going to have to wait to see if it wins.
That means it won't.
Nia and Mackenzie go next. And Holly mentions last week and Nia not making it, and there's more pressure and whatever. Nia and Mackenzie do really well, and Holly in her talking head says that she thinks that it'll win.
Okay.
One of the Candy Apples dance moms goes, because they're sitting behind the ALDC moms, and one of the Candy Apples mom goes, yeah, it's the same 6 steps as it always is. And then...
I mean, they've gotten that feedback a lot.
Right. And Melissa turns around and says, to the mom who said that, you're embarrassing yourself right now. Agree.
Yes.
Shitting on a child openly, pretty fucking embarrassing.
Worst person you know makes a good point.
Correct. And then the mom with the crunchy hair says that she would be embarrassed if she were in the same place that Melissa was in. And if I let my child out and did this, I would be embarrassed too if my child was dancing like this in a video, blah, 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 whatever.
All right.
And Jill in her talking head is like, see? And she says, like, Maddie is now hearing the negative feedback from other people. Queen, no, she's not. Maddie's backstage.
Yeah, she's
not hearing any of this.
Yeah.
And there's this very canned, very weird moment where Kira turns around and inserts herself in other people's problems, obviously, because she kind of has to.
All right.
And she looks at their moms and she goes, well, how would you all feel if this was your daughter? And she goes, do we hate it or do we love Maddie? And then it cuts to footage of the audience applauding. As if Kira has been like, let's go, everyone. Let's make some noise for Maddie, who's backstage and can't hear any of this. It's really strange. And Jill is like, see, No.
No, you did not.
No, Maddie's so far away from you right now, she cannot hear this. No. No, it's so freaky. It's
That's
so annoying
awesome.
to me. Whatever.
That's awesome.
Maddie and Kalani go. They do great. Who cares? Melissa's in love with her child, and she's so proud of her. And whatever. Who cares?
Just sobbing
Oh my god, so annoying.
at Maddie's 247th dance or whatever.
And they're all the same. Yeah, embarrassing. The moms go back to the Candy Apples green room and with Abby, and they're all talking mad shit about Cathy. Like, they can't stand that woman, and they're just like going nuts on
Wait,
this.
all the moms or just the Candy Apple moms?
I mean, sorry, the Abby Lee Dance Company moms, and
they
Abby
go back. And they
to
go back
to get to their own green room.
Oh, you said Candy Apple's
Yeah,
green room.
that's not what I meant. The Abby Lee Dance Company moms and Abby are talking mad shit about Cathy.
Right.
So fucking funny. I'm so sorry. Get these women like half a glass of wine, and they're like, and another thing,
Yeah.
you know, like, I eat that shit up, dude.
Tell you what I think about that,
Yeah,
bitch.
and you know what? I just think it's really funny that, like, oh god, I love that energy. What Abby says is very problematic. The spirit in which she says it is funny, because one of the moms says something about like the Candy Apples moms are just jealous that Maddie's had this opportunity. Cathy's just jealous that Maddie's had this opportunity. And Abby starts screaming, and she says Cathy would sell her child to any man on the street if it meant that she could have her face on TV. Couple of things. First of all, that is very problematic to say that she would sell her child to be on TV.
Right.
What she's saying is incredibly problematic. The way that she's saying it is what makes me giggle. Secondarily, hey, she's already on TV.
Yeah.
I would love to remind the class, once again, you are on television. She doesn't need to sell any children to be on TV. She was on TV 30 seconds ago.
Yeah. Right now, there's a camera in her face.
Not needed, actually, weirdly enough. I think we're good. But yeah, anyway, kind of crazy. What she says is crazy, but
Yes.
it also made me
very
giggle.
much so.
The ALDC number goes first. Guess what entry number they were?
69.
Incredible.
Fuck yeah.
Incredible.
Dude.
Correct.
Let's go.
He goes, entry number 69. I'm like, yes.
Nice.
It's so funny. They did scrap the noose, and it's just a piece of rope now.
Thank goodness.
Slay. But we do see like the candlestick and like one other murder weapon, like a knife or something. I don't fucking know. But they did just swap it out with a piece of rope, thank God. Mackenzie is the one who dies in the group number. It is in fact Mackenzie. Now I don't know if that was pre-planned or if because Mackenzie was being a little mouthy, Maddie was like, nope, you're the one who dies now. Either way, I think it's kind of funny that she was Mackenzie.
Yeah, it has to be her or JoJo. I feel like the two of them would die the best.
For sure. And the moms are feeling a little iffy about if it's going to win because it's pretty kitschy and whatever. Candy Apple's number goes next. Cathy in her talking head is talking about how the girls are like hungry to take down the ALDC and they want it. I'm sure it's just their moms that are hungry for that kind of thing. But
yeah.
Whatever.
The kids are like, I just want to dance and then go home and eat chips.
I don't really care, but I just like that I'm on TV.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of cool. Abby says that she thinks the number is interesting. She says she likes the choreo and that she's a little nervy.
Okay.
And she says, if I lose to Cathy, I'll never forgive myself. I don't think that's true. I think you'll forget immediately any sort of culpability you have in this.
Yeah, I don't think you've accepted blame once ever, Abby, and so there's no shot.
It seems like you're constantly forgiving yourself. It seems like you don't have enough shame, actually.
Yeah, or any. How's the docky pee-pee over there?
A little flat, but it's good. We get to the awards. You cannot have some. I only have one sip left.
No, that's fine. I didn't want any.
Okay.
I did earlier, but it's been sitting out for a while, and I could tell by the way you set it down that it only has a little bit left. Yeah. I don't want that.
Okay. It's backwash anyway. I'm just kidding.
That's not
I'm just
how
kidding.
it works.
I'm just kidding. It's disgusting. Thank you. I have to restart the camera.
Okay.
We get to the awards. Kalani and JoJo duet gets third. Kalani and JoJo.
Okay.
And by Kalani and JoJo, I mean
Kendall and JoJo?
Sorry,
there we go.
Kendall and JoJo. Third.
Okay.
Nia and Mackenzie, second.
Yes.
Which means that Maddie and Kalani are first.
Right.
Duh.
Yes.
Duh. I do think Maddie, when they announce, like, first place goes to, every time she'll grab somebody's hand like she actually is nervous about it, which I think is kind of sweet. She's not just sitting there like, yeah, duh, it's going to be me, Justin Timberlake style.
She's just like...
Yeah, right. She still gets nervous and still, like, reaches out and grabs somebody's hand. I think that's sweet. The Candy Apples group, versus the ALDC number.
ALD's nuts.
The ALD's nuts. Candy Apples gets third.
Oh.
Which means that the ALD's nuts gets first.
Right. Well, they could have gotten second.
Duh. Fucking obviously.
Yeah. Dude, Cathy, I said this, I think, the last time that Cathy and the Fruits lost.
Uh-huh.
Why did they even try anymore?
Girl,
she's bringing in
because they have an episode minimum, I guess.
They're bringing in celebrity choreographers. They're bringing in whole new teams a lot of the time. They're not doing solos or duets or trios in the hopes that they can focus everything on the one group and beat Abby, and they still just can't.
Yeah.
Give up, Cathy.
Girl, like, put your efforts somewhere else, Diva.
Maybe
is
dance,
not a worthwhile effort.
Maybe dance isn't your thing.
Yeah, or maybe just competing against the ALD's nuts isn't your thing. Maybe go compete in a market you know you can win or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, maybe just this is not the vibe.
Listen, like, winning is not everything. Education is everything. But also, like, you got to get a win every once in a while for the kids to not, like, lose all hope.
100p.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why people play the Titans.
Oh, my God. So true.
They suck.
They always do.
Fucking shit, dude.
Every season. I do not know why you're surprised.
I'm not.
Oh, okay. They suck always.
Yes.
They have sucked forever.
The perpetual sucking. That's why I like them.
If you ask my mother, they started being awful
when Jeff Fisher cheated on his wife.
Because if you can't have any integrity in your personal life, how can you have it in your professional?
You don't have to have integrity as a coach. You just have to be able to command your players and tell them to do the right thing.
Not according to my mom.
Okay, well, your mom, the football expert, would know.
She would. You know how much football my mom's watched? She's watched a bunch of football.
Okay.
Cathy, in her talking, it says that she couldn't be more upset, and she thinks that they were robbed Shangela style. That, like, they should have had it and they didn't.
But, like, actually. That was a miscarriage of justice.
I threw that one in there for you, pal.
That was good. And I'm not happy.
Yeah, fair enough. That was actually a shock.
That was.
It's
so fucking dumb. We could talk about it later.
I can't get into it right now.
I'm going to go on an absolute rant.
We go back to the ALD's Nuts green room, and Abby says that this just proves that Cathy doesn't know what she's doing. She's wasting talent. She's like, there are good dancers in there, but Cathy's an idiot. Whatever. The Candy Apples moms are crying. Cathy's crying. We're going to give you a win next week. Blah, blah, blah. And then Abby's like, we have one more week, and they go back to LA. And there's no confrontation. There's no big fight in the hall.
That's the whole point of having Cathy on the show, is so that there can be some knockdown, drag out fight. And and when there isn't, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there's all this build up to literally nothing.
Talking about, never mind. I'm not.
I almost went for it, but then I decided not to. I feel like I've hit my quota with being mean to you recently, so I decided to keep that one locked away for future use.
No,
I heard a phrase at the end of this episode that sent a chill down my fucking spine, brother. It's for the preview for next week. The phrase is being directed at Mackenzie. And Abby says, without being Maddie's little sister, who are you? Hey, dude. Hey, really quick. Tears sprung into my eyes. Crazy. I'm already so not looking forward to next week's episode.
Yeah, what? Hey, real quick, Abby, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I will 100% cry during the watching of next week's episode. Because I had such a hard time with that idea growing up of being Neely's little sister. Like, I'm going to identify with that struggle so hard.
Sure, yeah.
I don't want to reach through that TV and be like, baby, it gets so much better for you. You will be fine, I promise. Your life will not always be defined by your older sibling, I promise.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
That is tough.
Somebody on TikTok sent me the edit of Maddie and Mackenzie during a pivotal spoiler moment. I'm not going to say what it is. To the song Like Him by Tyler, the Creator, featuring Lola Young. Makes me cry. If you're the person who sent that to me, you deserve prison time. I watch the edit all the time, and it always makes a tear fall from my eyeball. Anyway, what is your song of the week, my brother in Christ?
I don't think... I was just checking to make sure I hadn't put this on there before. But it is...
If you try to add it again, it's already on there.
Yeah, I know, but I was confused. I wasn't sure. I had this weird moment where I thought it was... Anyway, it's No Diggity by Blackstreet, Dr. Dre, and Queen Pen.
Right.
Let's fucking go.
Well, right.
Great song.
My song of the week is a song called Midnight Sun by Zara Larsson. I saw her to bookend me bitching about concerts, I did get to see Tate McRae last week, and Zara Larsson opened for her. She sang way better than Miss Main Act. So sorry.
Nope.
I think dances really like almost as good as Tate McRae does. That concert was insane. But that song was really good. Midnight Sun. It's like if you're a Kim Petras girl, it's like very Kim Petras Malibu vibes. It's very that. Anyway, you have to get out of this house because I have to upload this episode because it comes out in like 4 hours. Follow us if you feel like it on things. Our Instagram is at the Pyramid Pod. My Instagram is at @notamandab_. His is at Eli_farmer_.
Send me knife emojis.
Send us
or
an
water
email.
gun emojis.
True. Send us an email to thepyramidpodcast@gmail.com.
If you want fitness advice, hit me up.
Follow Eli for cake and dog pics. Follow me for nasty gal content. Sorry, I forgot to say that part.
Right.
Good luck on your motherfucking finals.
Good night, Alyssa.
Good night, Alyssa. Thank you so much for listening. Goodbye.
Goodbye! Bow, 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 bow.